Before every repair, before every adjustment, before you even think about touching that machine, there's one question that can literally save your life. Is the machine properly taken out of service? Every year, workers are injured, not because they didn't know how to do their job, but because someone skipped a step, trusted a switch, or assumed a machine was safely shut down. Lockout-tagout isn't just a rule, it's the barrier between a routine task and a life-changing accident. In today's Supply Chain Pro video, we're breaking down exactly how lockout-tagout protects you, your team, and your future. If you work around machines, this isn't just training. It has the potential to save your life and limb. Lockout-tagout is a program in the safety world that is designed to control hazardous energy so that unsuspecting workers are not injured in the event that an unplanned situation happens. Hazardous energy sources can be electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic, chemical, and thermal. The unexpected startup or release of energy during usage, servicing, or maintenance can result in serious injury or death. A textbook and simple example of a hazardous energy situation is a kitchen toaster on your countertop. The toaster mechanism is relatively simple. Plug it in and push down the lever to turn on the device and toast your bread. In the event that the toaster is unplugged, there is no power and thus cannot function. In the event that the toaster is plugged in, however, if the lever is not pressed, the toaster will again not turn on. In the event that you see something stuck in the toaster and decide to reach your hand or a metal utensil into the toaster, you will want to ensure that the toaster is unplugged from the power source or the lever is not depressed. In the event that the lever is pushed and the toaster is plugged in, you are at risk for burning your hand or electrocution if you're using a metal utensil. The lockout-tagout process places safety measures in place to prevent this toaster from turning on while you are in a vulnerable position retrieving the item from within the toaster. There are 3 different forms of lockout-tagout practices. Number 1, tagout. A tagout is a physical communication that alerts employees that there is something wrong with a device. It is advised to write the issue and the name of the identifying person on the tag. This tag is simply a tool used to notify others that there is something wrong with the device and not to use it as it was intended. Failure to observe the tag and respect its communication could result in injury to the employee or another coworker. With tags, there continues to be a risk of an unsuspecting employee not seeing the tag or purposely ignoring the tag to use the device anyway. Number 2, lockout. A lockout is a locking device that isolates the energy source to control the ability of equipment, machinery, or vehicles. Locking a device out in the appropriate location can physically prevent the machine from operating, which is negating the ability for an unsuspecting employee to use the device due to the lock. Locks are usually installed on operating doors, switches, or levers and should be removed with a key. Number 3, blockout. Blockouts are blocks, pins, chocks, or jack stands to control the sliding, rolling, falling, or pressurized release of equipment, machinery, and vehicles. Blocks are physical restraints, they're clamps, they're chocks, or they're wedges that prevent the physical components of a machine from moving. After placing a block on a piece of equipment, test the block to ensure the machine is securely restrained and functioning as intended. Common lockout-tagout training identifies 2 different employee statuses. The first employee is what's called an affected employee. This is any employee who is working with or near equipment, machinery, or vehicles that are being serviced or maintained. An affected employee should never attempt to operate a piece of equipment if it is tagged, locked, or blocked out. An affected employee must never attempt to repair equipment or machinery if they are not qualified to do so. An affected employee can only tag out equipment. Doing so takes it out of service, and they then must notify the authorized employee that maintenance is needed. And last but most importantly, an affected employee should never remove a tag, a lock, or a block, as they have not been trained on how to diagnose and repair a machine. The second type of employee is an authorized employee. This is an employee who is trained and who has permission to perform repair work on machinery or equipment. This authorized employee can apply tags, locks, and blocks. Upon completion of the repair, only this status of authorized employee can remove a tag, a lock, or a block and put the machine back into service. An authorized employee may include positions such as maintenance technicians, mechanics, or facility maintenance personnel, and should only work on equipment after being fully trained on that piece of equipment and certified to do so. All workplaces have different variations of procedural steps to the lockout-tagout process. Ensure that you know your company's hazardous energy standard operating procedures. In the event that you do not, speak with your supervisor. If hazardous energy standard operating procedures do not exist at your workplace, see the link in the description of this video for more information on how to create standard operating procedures. Employees across the globe are injured each year due to failures in the lockout-tagout process. Some example scenarios include: an affected employee may disregard a tag communicating an issue with a piece of machinery and run it anyways. If the machine is not functioning as intended, this machine could injure the employee or a nearby coworker. An affected employee may not see a tag and run the machine without being aware of an issue. This could lead to an unexpected injury if the machine is not functioning as intended. An authorized employee may be servicing a piece of machinery without properly locking it out or tagging out the machine. This authorized employee may be in a vulnerable position during the repair, the same as the toaster example earlier in this video. And if another unsuspecting employee starts a machine that is too large in size to the point where they cannot see the mechanic, the authorized employee may become entrapped or injured in the machine as the components begin to operate. A steam valve is automatically turned on, burning workers who are repairing a downstream connection in the piping. And finally, a jammed conveyor system suddenly releases, crushing a worker who is trying to clear the jam. So as you head back to your shift, remember this: hazardous energy is invisible, but the risks are very real. Take ownership, follow every step, never bypass, never assume, and never remove someone else's lock or tag without first speaking to them or ensuring it is safe to do so. If you have seen someone become injured because lockout-tagout was not followed, comment your story down below. If you found value in the content of this video, like and subscribe to the channel. This is your Supply Chain Pro, out.